Do you think that how early you can deliver a story depends upon the size of the story? Well, not entirely. Let me break this myth. Many people believe that if the story size is more, then it basically means that you will take more days to complete that story. No, that is absolutely wrong. Story points are given based on only three things: effort, complexity, and uncertainty. Okay? So that only means how big that story is, okay, how complex that story is, and how uncertain that story is. Okay, so based on these three factors, you have given the size of the story. Okay, it doesn't mean how early you can deliver it. Okay, because let us say there's an 8-pointer story and you put 2 developers on the story, then let us say it takes 3 days to complete. Okay, now if you put 4 developers in the story, maybe it will take only 2 days to complete, right? So the amount of days will be inversely proportional to the number of people working on the story, right? Still, in both the cases, the size of the story is the same. It is still an 8-pointer story. You invested more people into that story, and that is why that story got delivered early. Likewise, let us say the expertise of the developers that you put in is more, then again that story will be delivered early. Okay, so the second factor that comes in is how much is the expertise of the people working on the story. If the people working on the story are expert, then of course it will take lesser amount of time to complete the story. Still, the size of the story is still the same. Okay, and the third thing is uncertain factors. Like for example, let us say your environment was not working and that's why the story can get delayed, or let us say there's a production issue that came up in between, so you have to prioritize that issue before the story, and that is why again. Otherwise, maybe your story was dependent on some other story that some other team was doing, and that story got delayed, then also your story will get delayed. So how much time your story takes doesn't mean the size of the story. The size of the story can still be the same, but the story can get delayed due to n number of other factors. As I told you, one is amount of people involved in the story, expertise of the people involved in the story, and then the uncertain factors like whether the environment was working, whether there was any defect, or whether the dependent stories got delivered on time, etc., etc. So in a nutshell, always remember, even for your interviews, remember, if someone asks you the size of the story is dependent on size of the story means the number of days you will take to deliver the story, say no, it doesn't depend like that. These two are different things. Size of the story does not imply the amount of days it will take for you to deliver the story. Until next time, Jai Shri Ram.